When was the last time a crime drama trusted silence more than dramatic dialogues, or ordinary human behavior more than plot twist and suspense? Raakh, now streaming on Prime Video, is an 8 episode crime drama set in 1978 and inspired by real and deeply disturbing case. What makes this series remarkable is not the crime itself, it is the restraint with which the story is told. Think about it for a minute. How do you make an engaging story of 8 episodes when the theme is dark and disturbing? There is no suspense or twist, no lofty dialogues, or no larger than life characters. The creators who made this conscious decision deserves high praise for the audacity of vision and success of implementation. They refuse to artificially dramatize what is already horrifying. Instead, they allow one event to create a ripple that travels through families, police force, social classes, and multiple geographies. As more people are pulled into its currents, the investigation becomes not just a search for criminals, but a portrait of society surrounding the crime. There is little that is new in the basic story. The novelty comes from realism of how people behave, speak, hesitate, and even try to survive. At the center of investigation is Jayaprakash Jadhav, or JP, played by Ali Fazal. The role is polar opposite to Guddu Bhaiya we all know from Mirzapur. Here, JP is not physically imposing or naturally authoritative. He struggles with low self esteem, frequently lowers his gaze while speaking, and appears uncertain even when he knows what must be done. Fazal communicates much of this through his eyes and posture rather than dialogues. JP's difficulty is compounded by his caring but meddlesome father, a retired cop who attempts to build goodwill for his son by sending home cooked food to JP's colleagues and superiors repeatedly. My favorite scene is in episode 5, where JP's father finally explains why he has been cooking mutton and distributing this. What initially appears to be a simple paternal interference to build goodwill is revealed as something more painful, a survival strategy developed in response to caste prejudice. The scene never announces its meaning through a grand speech, but trusts its viewers to understand it. That beautiful subtlety extends to the supporting characters as well. One of the clearest signs of a strong storytelling is even the characters with little screen time seems to possess lives beyond the frame. Rajo's niece, Babu's friend, the cousin of missing children, and even the police officer from Sonipat appears briefly, yet each leaves behind the impression of a distinct person rather than a device created to move the plot forward. Mukund Pal deserves particular praise as Pare Mohan. He appears only in 3 out of the 8 episodes, but gives the character vulnerability, fear, and dignity. His presence remains with us even after the story moves on elsewhere. This is where Raak resembles Paatal Lok. Both are crime dramas and share Prosit Roy as director, but their real subjects are the invisible people caught in the machinery surrounding a crime. Bystanders, accomplices, social outcasts, and casualties who rarely receive justice from law or compassion from society. Conventional crime dramas tend to focus on three groups: the perpetrators, the victims, and the investigators. Rak is equally interested in those standing just outside that triangle. Pare Mohan's story demonstrates how toxic masculinity punishes anyone who does not conform to it. Rajo's niece represents how easily the aspirations of poor people are crushed. Babu's friend illustrate how criminal past can continue to claim ownership over a person long after he believes he has escaped it. These characters are not side attractions. They expand the meaning and the gravity of the story. The series shows that violence does not end with its immediate victims. It travels outwards and attaches itself to people who may never be acknowledged in an official record. The show's restraint is especially important because it is inspired by real event. It rarely seems interested in transforming suffering into spectacle. Its attention is directed towards aftermath, grief, prejudice, institutional limitations, and the lives left damaged in the crime's wake. The period setting also deserves attention. The production design, locations, costumes, and quieter rhythm creates a convincing sense of 1978. The series is not without its weaknesses. 8 episodes feels excessively long for this material. A tighter 6 episode structure may have preserved emotional force without allowing the investigation to drag. Few action oriented scenes could have used better choreography. Nizar Rizvi is capable and composed, but writing gives her less interiority. She functions effectively within the investigation. One or two scenes revealing her personal story, a reason behind her strong determination, could have made her feel more dimensional. Despite these minor shortcomings, Raakh is an impressive crime drama. It proves that a story does not require constant twists, dramatic speeches, or an overpowering background score to remain gripping. The title Raakh means ashes, and that is ultimately what series examines. Not simply the fire of a terrible crime, but the lives ruined due to the ripple effect created by the crime. Watch it if you appreciate slow burn investigations, understated performances, and socially observant dramas such as Paatal Lok. Those looking for primarily twist or fast paced thrillers may not find it enjoying. For everyone else, Raakh is worth your time.